Hi, everyone. It is Friday. Lots of people's favorite day of the week because it's the last day of work at their job. I don't have a job per se, so for me, Fridays are as awesome as any other day of the week. But to all of you guys excited about Friday because that means tomorrow you're off. Awesome for you. For the rest of you like me, I love Fridays because actually on Saturdays in my business, we have a team meetup, and I always find Saturdays are my favorite day of the week because of that. Just grabbing my phone there so I can hopefully try and see some of your comments if you do comment or who's watching. I am streaming on StreamYard, so please give permission to StreamYard for me to see who you are. But yeah, let me just get this going. There's some folks joining us, and I can never see who it is. Trying to learn how to do that, but sometimes it doesn't work, and then I just got to get on with the video, right? But if you're joining us today on Friday, thank you for taking some time out. Fridays, I'm going to try and be like a fan Friday. So things that I love, things that I'm finding value in, I'm going to share them with you. So maybe they can give you value as well. So today, I'm just talking to you about one of my sort of mentors, I guess, is Andy Frisella. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him before. He has a great podcast. Warning, it is a little bit, there's a lot of swears. If you know me, I am a swearer. But he is one of the great guys. I'm a part of a group where we learn from some different business owners. He's always teaching us some great stuff. And what he taught me one of these strategies of how to hire better. And I think it's even a good guideline for who do you spend your time with. If you've ever heard that you're a accumulation of the 5 people or an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So be aware of who you're spending time with and raise those associations, right? But these are his guidelines of how do you know if someone is worth hiring or not. So any of you guys that are in a leadership role, sometimes it's really difficult to figure out who the best candidate is, or maybe you have a couple people that you think are great, but you're just not sure which one. These are his tips. So he uses something called HEAT, HEAT, and these are what they are. So HEAT, H is for hustle. Does the person have hustle? Do they have something, right? My husband actually always says when someone shows up for an interview, before we were doing, in-person interviews when you could do that, do they walk fast or do they walk slow? If they're walking like a slug, they're probably going to approach their work like that too. So we pay attention to that. Do they have hustle? But also beyond that, like, do they have things, if you ask them like that they're working on or aspiring to, do they have some goals in their life? Like, are they trying to be better? Do they have hustle? Number 2 is E, ethical. Honestly, especially if you're bringing someone in your business, don't you want them to be ethical? Like, they're representing you and your brand. Let's make sure that they're doing the right thing, not only for your company, but for the clients that they're working with, right? Whether that's working in someone's home or working on someone's vehicle or working with someone's money. If they're not ethical, they're going to try and do things that aren't right. And that's going to represent your brand poorly. But more than that, it's going to hurt the people that are trusting you for their product or service. And that is never going to be a good thing. We don't need to put that energy out into the world. So take a look. Are they ethical? Do they care? For me, it's like if they're bad-mouthing their old employer, that's not a lot of ethics there, right? You can answer questions tactfully in a way of why you left a company or whatnot without bashing your old employer. To me, that signals that they have a victim mentality, meaning everyone else is responsible for everything bad that happens in their life. It's never their fault. They have no personal responsibility. Hey, Evan, that's just not somebody that I want in my company, someone that I want to grow with. So are they ethical? To pay attention. Now, A stands for attitude. Again, who do you want to be with when you're growing a company, when you're working with people on a daily basis? Do you want to surround yourself with people that make you feel joy, or do you want to surround yourself with people that make you depressed and frustrated? Right? So what is their attitude? Are they, a glass half full or a glass half empty? It is what it is. It's what you decide it to be. If you're a happy person, you're going to be happy. If you're a sad person or someone that is frustrated with the world, that's what you're going to get. And what happens is these people become a cancer in your organization, and they start to bring everyone else down. They don't just rise to the level of the other people lower to the level of them. So what is their attitude? And like it or lump it, I check out people's social media. Are you on social media and it's just all negative, like everything in the world is terrible, all you're posting is, mask or unmask? Are you posting like a bunch of just god awful news all the time? Or are you living a life where you are aware of what's happening, but you're also living a life that you're choosing to find ways to make the world better? That attitude matters when you are going to be working with people. You want to choose who you're spending your time with. And T stands for teachability or coachable. Are they someone that is going to take your advice? Are they someone that's looking out in the world and self-reflecting and holding themselves accountable? Are they teachable? Are they willing to learn and grow? I'm not perfect. I'm always trying to become better. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to be teachable because I don't know everything. So I could even learn something from my team. I think that's a great thing to do, is bring people in that can teach you something, right? But also, are they teachable? Are they going to listen to you or take your advice or take advice of other people so that they can become better in the role that they have, right? So you might be hiring them and they're like a 7 or a 6, but are they going to allow you to raise them out to be a 10? So those are the guidelines that Andy Frisella taught us. Check him out online. I think he's a great resource for a lot of people. Reminder, I did give you a disclaimer. Not everything he says I am aligned with. Like if it comes to politics or something like that, I'm not a big believer. But if I dig down a little bit deeper into what he says, he really believes in personal accountability. He believes in making the world a better place and making sure that you are a part of doing that. Are you bringing your A game to be the person that's going to make the world better? So HEAT is what he uses to hire people based on. Again, that's hustle, ethical, attitude, and teachability. I hope this helps you guys. Have a great Friday and rock on.